Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. So, recently I took a trip to New York to retrieve my brother from the military. And during this trip, I took a train ride that was 17 hours. So I thought, I'm gonna play some Game Boy during this trip. Only issue, I don't own a Game Boy. But I'm not gonna incriminate myself here. So, here is a review for Fire Emblem The Sacred Stones that I completed in 2 train rides here and back from New York. Alright, what makes Fire Emblem great? Well, honestly, everything. It's kind of super simple yet incredibly complex. I found myself getting so attached to certain characters and like actually respecting them when they would do things well in a battle. This is just a strategy game. The narrative it's not weak, but honestly most people probably skip through it and just get to the battles. But even without literally listening to most of the narrative, I still was developing an emotional connection for all of these random characters. I don't know how they did it. I don't know how they made such a solid game, but yeah, let's get into the details. Alright, this is Erica. She's kind of like the king in a game of chess. If she dies, you lose the entire game. Next up, you have your really strong powerhouse named Seth. He's a paladin. He pretty much is like your protector. He is really hard to die. He stayed with me the entire game. Next up, you have your knights, which just take a ton of damage. Like, they're just pretty much massive, not bullet sponges because there's no bullets in this era, but they're just sponges. They just soak up the damage. Next you have cavaliers, which have high movement and moderate damage but not a lot of defense, so they are very susceptible to being, chopped down with an axe or shot with an arrow. Now you got your Pegasus Knight. They're like a souped up version of the cavalier. They can move so freaking fast, but they are so easy to kill. If they get hit by a bow and arrow, it's game over. Next you have your priest. My priest was actually one of my favorite characters. I took him all the way to the end and he died in the final battle. I almost freaking cried. They're your healers and your spellcasters. So a good game wouldn't be complete without good enemies. The enemies pretty much have all the capabilities that you do, just with a little less ability to strategize, since we have a human brain and we should be smarter than a Game Boy Advance game, right guys? One of the things I loved about this game was the ability to critical hit. It didn't happen that often, but when it did, my little kid brain just erupted with pure joy. Alright, in addition to things that I liked that after every enemy you defeated, you were given a certain amount of XP. Once you hit 100 XP, you leveled up. And if you leveled up all the way to level 10 and found certain items, like this Knight's Crest, then once you used it, it would evolve your character into 2 different classes of your choosing, and you'd become like a more badass version of yourself. I don't know if it's just the kid in me that loves Pokemon, that just loved watching you evolve into something cooler, but I couldn't get enough of this little feature. But this game isn't just about having beefy, badass characters that can just murder everything. It's about positioning and strategy. If you put your characters in a bad spot, they can die at any given point. I was lucky in this sequence to dodge all these bad boys' attacks, but really it's just about thinking, about using your melon, and that's what I love the most about this game. Alright, I gotta play the bad guy and talk about the stuff I don't like. Okay, here's the list. End of list. I like the whole game, guys. I'm gonna give this game a 10 out of 10. The first time I'm ever gonna do it. Probably the last too. I love everything from those goofy little battle arenas all the way to actually even dying, to getting upset that I made a mistake and the game was fair and punished me for it. I like it all. I think that probably for its time, one of the best games that was ever made, at least for handheld consoles. Hey guys, you made it to the end of the video. I hope you very much enjoyed watching this as much as I enjoyed making it for you. I'll probably be back. What am I doing next? I think my next video is going to be a review of Pandora Tomorrow, or a collaboration with J-Cross if he ever gets his thumb out of his butt and actually plays a game with me. All love though, bro. All love. So yeah guys, you guys take care of yourselves. I'll see you in the next one, and stay solid.